Topping today's Health Watch, heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S. A study by the American Heart Association found cardiovascular diseases, which include heart disease and stroke, still claim more lives than cancer and accidental deaths combined. People are living longer with cardiovascular diseases due to advancements in medicine, but high blood pressure and obesity rates, both of which fuel heart disease, continue to rise. How well we sleep could play a role in Alzheimer's disease. A study by UC San Francisco found people who take significantly longer to reach the dream phase of sleep, called REM, could be at a greater risk for Alzheimer's. REM sleep is when the brain processes and stores memories, and disrupting that sleep can also disrupt the brain's abilities to hold on to memories. And infant mortality rates have dropped significantly over the past few decades. A study published in JAMA Network found infant mortality decreased by 24% from 1999 to 2022. But black infants are still 2 to 4 times more likely to die than white infants. Another cause for concern, sudden, unexpected infant deaths are rising, with one possible reason being unsafe co-sleeping. Flying can be stressful for some people. Now new sensory rooms are popping up at airports to help some travelers fly without fear. Ate Had has more.
Airports are a whirlwind of activity. Long lines, blaring announcements, and a never-ending stream of travelers racing to their gates. For 29-year-old Nico Ambada, it's always been too much.
It actually took my wife 3 years of convincing me to finally go on vacation with her.
I'm gonna get in my spot.
Ambada has debilitating ADHD. For him, the unpredictability of flying isn't just stressful, it's paralyzing.
I like to explain that I have a million channels playing in my head at the same time.
But today, Ambada and his wife Jasmine are taking their first step at conquering the chaos of travel. They're on a plane. Well, kinda. This is a cabin simulator, and it's the centerpiece of the new sensory room at San Francisco's airport, designed for neurodivergent travelers looking to ease some of those flying jitters.
The walls are textured.
Christopher Birch is SFO's guest experience director. He says this $1.2 million space includes soundproof walls, dim lighting, and sensory tools to help travelers decompress before their flight.
The reason to do this is almost like a rehearsal, to go through the boarding and the sitting process before you actually do it.
Airports across the country are dedicating spaces for neurodivergent travelers, and while anyone can enjoy them, they're designed for those who need them most, like Jono and Marie Miller, whose 2 boys are on the spectrum.
Just letting kids know what to expect helps with that transition a lot, and probably helps not to have so many meltdowns.
As for Ambada, this space is all he needed before boarding an 11-hour flight.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Because sometimes the first step towards flying is finding a place to feel grounded. Itai Had, CBS News, San Francisco.
Other airports that have sensory rooms include New York's LaGuardia Airport and Miami International Airport. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, what's behind a big stock market loss for a U.S. chip maker.
And another beautiful day before the rain kicks in. I'm going to have those details coming up. Well, if you got to go outside today, you were lucky. It was beautiful. Temperatures got up to the mid to upper 50s, and you can see out in Indigo Sky Casino Resort, it is a really beautiful day. A few clouds, upper level clouds, but overall, again, very nice. Now we're going to continue the nice conditions for at least the next day or so. Temperatures today got up to about 58 with our low about 33, so we were a good bit warmer than our average temperatures for this time of year, and we're going to stay like that at least for the next week or so. Now tonight, temperatures are dropping down through the 50s into the 40s, with our overnight low dropping down to the mid to upper 30s, so we're all going to be above freezing again tonight. Now we're watching this low pressure system. It's moving over, starting to make an appearance in our area Wednesday night, but we're starting the day off still pretty nice. Now, again, mid-30s for the low, partly cloudy skies throughout most of the day, increasing clouds as we go on into the afternoon. And then we're getting into the low 50s by 11 a.m. with our high for the day upper 50s and even reaching low 60s in some areas. So let's look at our future track. We've got those upper level clouds. You see where the darker clouds are. Those are pretty high up in the atmosphere, not really blocking out a lot of the sun. That's going to continue through most of the morning on Wednesday, and then by noon to 1 p.m. we're going to see those lower level clouds start to push in. That's what's going to start to block out the sun and kind of cool us back down. Now, a few showers start to push in as early as 9 p.m., but these are very isolated, not widespread, and then we're going to see the heavier rain start to make an appearance early in the morning on Thursday. So about 5 a.m., a few showers up in the northern counties, and then the heavier rain about Pittsburgh, Joplin, and then further south. Now those are going to continue to push in through most of the morning, 5 a.m. to about noon. We're going to see the heavier rain. If you're hoping you can make it out of the house without having to grab an umbrella, unfortunately that's not the case. It's going to be pretty rainy all morning. By 11 a.m., Joplin, Pittsburgh areas, so our more populated areas getting that heavier rain starting to trail off, but a few more pop-up showers continue in the afternoon hours. And then that low pressure system rotates around us. We see another potential little shower making its way all the way to Yates Center, maybe to Parsons, but really going to dissipate by then, and then clouds clear for Friday. So overall, Friday's going to be a pretty good day as well. Now, not expecting a ton of rain, 1/4 of an inch all the way to about an inch further southeast we go. You can see Bentonville a little bit less than an inch. Further south, Fort Smith, Little Rock, and even into Memphis getting way heavier rain, way more rain than we're going to see. But we are still excited to get a little bit of sprinkles, especially without the snow or ice. Now, temperatures jump back up, 57 on Saturday, 64 on Sunday, and then 60 degrees on Monday before another little cool down happens midweek next week. So a couple of chances of rain, but I mean, this forecast looks like springtime. However,
yes,
I mean, we're still going to see another cool down mid to late February, but I'm going to soak up these warmer temperatures as long as we have them.
While we can, we'll get outside and enjoy this weather.
Definitely.
For sure. Lindsay, thanks. Strong winds, gusts in Massachusetts caused damage to construction sites, brought down trees, left thousands without power in the Boston area. Winds that followed some morning snow showers gusted more than 60 miles an hour. A building under construction collapsed. Tens of thousands of customers were without power this afternoon. A study indicates travel could impact the aging process. That's just ahead in Consumer Watch. Topping today's Consumer Watch, tomorrow's business leaders took their skills to competition today at Pitt State. The Girard High School Future Business Leaders of America chapter hosted the Kansas FBLA District 1 competition. Finalists performed for a panel of judges in hopes of making it to the state level, then qualifying to represent Kansas in a national competition in California at the end of June. The finalists were chosen from more than 275 competitors from 14 schools. U.S. chipmaker NVIDIA had the biggest one-day loss by a company ever yesterday, dropping nearly $600 billion in market value. It's due to Chinese tech startup DeepSeek, which has created an artificial intelligence model that costs much less than those made by U.S. competitors. DeepSeek's AI assistant was Apple's most downloaded app yesterday, surpassing rival ChatGPT. NVIDIA stock managed a partial bounce back today. The Department of Agriculture has issued an alert on Wegmans frozen chicken breast nuggets. The agency says the product may contain bone fragments, which could result in injury if eaten. The impacted 46-ounce bags of nuggets are no longer on store shelves, but could still be in people's freezers with a best if used by date of August 26, 2025. There are no reports of injuries so far. Consumers are urged to throw out the nuggets or else return them. Recent study shows travel isn't just for fun. It could be a defense against aging. Wendy Gillette has today's Travel Tuesday from Barbados.
From Mexico to Spain, Australia to Belize, and just about everywhere in between, Christina Golick has adventures.
I have learned so much that the world is so much bigger than what I thought it was.
Golick has visited more than 40 countries, and now the former Phoenix resident lives on the road full-time.
I'm really interested in learning about what it's like to live in different parts of the world and different sizes of communities too.
And that may be keeping her feeling young, according to a recent study published in the Journal of Travel Research. Researchers from Edith Cowan University near Perth, Australia, found travel can bring more positive emotions and improve physical and mental wellness.
Positive tourism experiments, they may have the potential to slow the biological aging process.
Those positive travel experiences also include visiting therapeutic environments like the sea and engaging in more physical activities and social interactions. The study says negative travel experiences can have the opposite effect. Golick sees the health benefits from her travel.
I haven't driven in 5 years. It's great. It's fantastic. You walk multiple miles a day just for everyday errands.
The researchers say more studies are needed to determine which types of trips are the most beneficial for travelers. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
The researchers say travel can stimulate stress responses and elevate metabolic rates, possibly improving the body's self-defense systems. A final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, a growing number of states are adopting laws that give fatally ill patients the right to end their own lives. We're going to hear the story of one woman who made that choice. Then on KOAM News at 6, the deaths of 2 children at an icy lake in Kansas. Plus, Joplin area Catholic schools celebrate their benefactor and educator of the year. And a preview of tonight's battle between 2 of the top high school basketball teams in southeast Kansas, Girard and Fort Scott. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. The temp looking really nice in the coming days, Lindsay.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. We're getting into the upper 50s, even reaching 60 degrees by Wednesday, though those clouds start to increase Wednesday afternoon. Ahead of rain on Thursday. A few showers still kind of sticking around Friday morning, but overall the weekend is going to bounce back right back into the warmer temperatures and sunny skies.
Might actually be a nice weekend to get outside for those who can.
Oh, it will be.
Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next, and of course we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.